Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you've had yourself a good day, a good Wednesday also. Yesterday was my birthday. And let me get the music kicking back on here again. So we got to keep that nice, calm, relaxing vibe. So anyway, hope your days went well. My day's been doing pretty good. Today, had a doctor's appointment, but other than that, it was pretty good on that. We're going to get started. We're going to do some Valentine's Day stuff today. Let me put my chat window back over here. Happy Thursday. Hope your birthday went well. Your birthday, Chippendale, looking good. Well, thank you. Thank you, Brian. Yes, my birthday did go very well. I actually got some really two good books and stuff that I've been hoping for a bit. I'm going to show them off for a moment here. These both books are with Scott Robertson and stuff, and he does a lot of amazing work. Now, I don't get any money, obviously, off of these things and stuff because he doesn't pay me to promote this, but I know Scott Robertson's artwork and stuff, and I've followed some of his other tutorials and stuff. And he does great work for environments, objects. This is a great book for drawing for learning how to draw environments. So he's got quite a bit of detail. This is a hardback. You can get a paperback also with it, but he goes into great detail on perspectives, on how to handle up your environments and whatnot, and he does some really nice work. So I look forward to delving into that book. And then on top of that, not only did I get the drawing one, but I also got the one on rendering, which can use digital, but also this will show you the fundamentals of light, your sensitivity, reflectivity to it, and everything. And he does go through a great deal with different warm, cool colors, how to use it analog, how to use inks and pens. That's sort of what we're doing right now also with this watercolor and stuff, that we're kind of doing rendering with that as well. Let me see if I put these books back up on my shelf. But two great things that I've already got. I got for my birthday, which was really a really neat treat because I love my books. There we go. Oops, I'm dropping all sorts now. Drop my water bottle. There we go. So anyway, I was just doing a little bit before the stream started. Using a little bit more of the watercolor markers and stuff. These chameleon watercolor markers. They do great, excellent work for that. And I started tweaking out the camera and stuff a little bit more. My new camera. So I adjusted some of the different presets on that, so it should show up a little bit better, and I'll keep tweaking it as we go. But I was just doing a little bit of a green patch on the bottom there for it. But that's not what we're playing with totally today. What we're really going to play with today is from our ideas we had for Thursday, which was winter stuff, Valentine's Day stuff. So I was like, well, being Valentine's Day's come up, let's go ahead and work on that. So I'm going to put this off to the side here, corner, and grab a new page. And now this is, like I said, this is a Bristol page that it has like a 250 weight to it. One side of it actually has this very light blue. I'll see if you can actually see it on the camera. You probably can't. There you go. There's a little bit of it. There's actually an outline on this side. If you're doing like a poster overlay for stuff to where it has a bleed and whatnot, to where you can see like for a title page. This is for comic book covers. But I typically use the back side of it, so I don't have to worry about any of the bluing and stuff. The nice thing about that is if you do it all in ink with that blue, and you go to scan it in a black and white, that blue will not show up. So it's a neat little thing for that. So anyway, got my glove on, and I think, let me put my watercolor reference sheet off to the side there. Let's do a little bit of warm up, and we'll probably do something. We'll do a Valentine's Day thing. We'll do a classic Valentine's Day thing. You've seen it all the time. And we will do Snoopy, the Snoopy Valentine. And we all know what Snoopy looks like, and we'll just have a simple thing for a little Valentine's Day drawing for that with Snoopy. That would be a good warm-up for us we can do. So let's see here. Let's first, Snoopy, we've got to do a circle for his head. So, run that on. Now I'm doing these lines a little bit darker also so you guys can see it. So it's typically when you guys draw it, you won't have to draw it nearly as dark to be able to see. And of course Snoopy's got himself a nice little, I'm going to give the sphere, so this will be like the center point, like the nose point. And we'll give him, up here is his eyes, usually sits up high. It kind of has he's got a nice kind of a rounded snout. And I'm not choking up on the pencil right now, as you can see. Hopefully with the new settings that I was working on with this with the camera and stuff, you'll be able to see the pencil lines a little bit better. So, and of course we got to do his body. He doesn't really have that much of a body. It's sort of pretty much like one circle for that. So we can do another circle if we want to just, or you can just literally do this, drop it down, and you kind of have like your bottom part there for his body. So we will give him sort of as like a, almost like a bottle shape. Yeah, it's got like a, not like a wine bottle, but sort of like a fat bottle. That's sort of his body. So we'll run it that way. You can see the pencil lines well. Good. I was doing some work. I lowered it down a little bit so you probably see it in the camera view. This is the camera right there that you can see from my overhead one. But hey, it's a necessary evil. So we figured we'd do that. We got his face. It's got like a little round spot for the ears. It runs up along with the. It runs typically just below the eye line is where his ear comes out at. And of course, he's going to have where this circle is. It's a good reference point usually. You can do his nose too. And that kind of gives you this where you can see where I kind of pushed it out too far. So we'll bring this one back in a little bit. Grab the kneaded eraser. Clean that back up a little bit. So now it's not so sticking out so much on that. So let's see here. My chat window's moving on me. Try to keep all the chats to where I can see. Eventually I'll have it all laid out, and I'll probably end up eventually having it to where I get my Discord server set up. And of course we'll have to do his tail. So he's got a little tail. And just kind of accent the line here a little bit more. And like I said, Snoopy is pretty simple. He's really simple, especially Charles Schultz always did him. So, and what we'll do is for Valentine's Day, when I think of Snoopy, I think of the Red Baron. Yep, Snoopy in Woodstock, that Red Baron. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to give him, let's make him, because it's the Valentine, let's do the classic Valentine where he's always holding the heart. That picture's been around for ages. Every time I think of Valentine's Day, that's the first thing I always remember on those Valentine's cards you used to get in school and stuff. You'd buy those paper ones that you would had the little perforations and stuff. So we'll put a little heart there, and what we'll do is we'll give for his arms, we'll give one that looks like he's squeezing it. So we'll give him his one arm. They're just little cylinders, almost sort of like noodles a little bit. So they'll have a little bit of shape to them. And give the other one here. It shows that he's running it that way. And you want him to be about the same size. That way he doesn't look like he has one super long and super short. Even though when you look at some of the actual artwork for it with Snoopy, he sometimes it was comic, like a cartoon, like comic strip style, like you'd find in a newspaper. A lot of times it wasn't exactly always perfect. Sometimes his arm was just a little bit longer one side than the other. So we'll do it this way. And Snoopy's hands are real simple. He's got like they're almost like little sausages type things is what basically what it is. And of course he's got the thumb and the three fingers. And it's literally almost like you're making flowers. Is a simple way to show it. And that way we can squeeze this heart up here, like it looks like he's really squeezing it now. We got the hands in. And Snoopy's feet, you can map them out. They're basically like it's almost like a wedge you can do for his legs. Simple way to do it. And the way his body is, it just kind of goes just a little bit over here. That way you can see a little bit of roundness to it. And of course we'll do his feet. His feet, real simple. Up. So, like he's got big shoes on, big clown shoes. Show his toes on his feet. And that's pretty much it. We can get Snoopy. Snoopy's a simple one to get warmed up with. And we've got to give him this big smile. Even though you're not going to see much of it, you still go ahead and draw it through there so that way you can make sure the line follows through all the way through the back there. And he's got his simple His head isn't like really sharp on that, so instead of it being like a point there and then it curls over, it has a little curve up, goes to the top, and then he's got like a little peak area up here, and I think he's got one, no, 3 hairs. He's got 1, 2, and he's got one like these a little bit higher up, I think. It's just been a minute for Snoopy. Of course, Snoopy's got little eyes like so, an oval, a squashed ball, and a little reflection on his nose. Snoopy's ear isn't completely black. The middle portion of it is. He'd always block out the ear like this, and the inside would be black. So, let's go to our marker, or our ink pen. We'll do Snoopy. So, he was real simple. Circle, wine glass with a fat belly, like a fat bottom, like a rounded vase or wine bottle. A couple little wedges for the legs, and half ovals for his feet, and a little triangle for his tail. So, and we can start mapping them out. Let's run this up. Looks like you got it. And by mapping the heart first and then putting the hands over it, you can actually redo the lines to where it looks like he's really squeezing that heart to where it looks like he's got his arms really wrapped around it, and he's actually got tension in it. So it actually feels like it's not floating there, but he's actually squeezing that heart. Which is pretty darn cool. Let's give him a little smile. And we'll go this way. Remember, he's got that little peak, like so. Do that. What's interesting is Calvin Hobbes. I've loved Calvin Hobbes for a long time. My grandfather used to read me stories, and he'd actually use the voices and stuff when he would read it to me and whatnot, and I loved Calvin Hobbes. Calvin, though, was always tough for me to draw for some reason, and I don't know if it's because of the way Bill Watterson always had this kind of easy, relaxed way of drawing Calvin, but he did. Let's see. Oh, we don't want to forget Snoopy's spot on his back. He's got like a spot on his back, at least. He looks great. Well, thanks, Brian. Tail there. Give him a little. Look like we gotta. There we are. Show the ground. And of course, here we'll take a little swivel. It's got a little curve to show like his leg. Doesn't have to be anything really too crazy, and then we just kind of curl it up, a little leg there, and I don't go straight across here, so that way you can actually see this, and it gives a little bit more depth to the feet. And of course, we'll just do a little swoop. It's okay to make sound effects with it too. Helps you out. You'll catch me doing that every now and then. I'll make sound effects to it. That's just your mind getting into the creative spirit of it. And of course, we've got to put his belly up this way. Alright. Let's erase some of them lines and grab the brush pen and we'll get him rolling. So, here's the first one. So, real simple. Nice, good warm up. Get your hand warmed up and things ready to go. Snoopy always had a couple little dots in his ear and stuff, and that's not on purpose. Sometimes a little bit of it is, but it was also because when they did the inking for the comic strips and stuff, they used real India ink, and they would basically make a brush like that, and they didn't want to oversaturate the page when they did that. So, but there we go. That'd be our first one, little Snoopy. There we go. All right. Let's grab the pencil again, And let's come up and start working on some other stuff here for, let's see, we'll do some more simple things. We can do, there's a thing called kawaii, which is Japanese, it's for cute. There's a bunch of characters like that, they're real soft, they're almost kind of plushy look. And like everything has like a little face on it, whether it be like a little potion bottle or a heart or any of that effect, cupcakes, whatnot. So we'll do a couple of those, that way you can see. Let's see here. These are real simple little drawing pieces, and you can always add them in for little tiny things. So let's we'll do a little cupcake first. We'll do the cupcake. We'll give them like a little rectangle, good little sketches. But instead of it being a straight rectangle, let's make it a trapezoid, an upside down trapezoid. For those you don't remember what a trapezoid is, it's a rectangular with the outsides, one area of it is slightly longer than the other side, so connected. So we're just doing upside down for the cupcake. And let's see, you can do a circle depending on how you want the cupcake to look. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to put a triangle on top of it, but we're going to bring it not totally to it. We'll just bring it up straight up like this. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get adjusted. This is just a guideline anyway. But we're going to make it towards slightly smaller than the top of the cupcake, just for right now, because we're actually going to give it layers. So we'll go one layer like that. We'll give it another layer like that. Looks like a road cone on it right now. Doesn't look like much. So, simple thing you can do to make, because this is going to be the icing on top of the cupcake. So we'll flare it out a little bit to that line. And then we can just do another little flare to this line. And then here we can bring it up and make it look like I got a little whip top on it. And then we go over on this side and we do a little flare there, a little flare there. We can bring this one over that way, so it makes it look like a topping to it. So that's why we did the triangle. Makes it nice and simple. So, and of course we can bring that over there. And now the kawaii part of it, because right now it just looks like a regular cupcake. I put this line here just so that way I can actually put the eyes on a line toward it doesn't look like one eye is higher than the other. That way they kind of look even. Give them a little smile. And this, if you've never done one before, this will be your first kawaii type character. K-A-W-A-I-I. Kawaii. So make him a little bit smaller on that one. Give a little reflection in these eyes. Small one down there. And then we can do, well, we'll do little like heart sprinkles in them. You can decorate your cupcake whatever way you want. We'll do little heart sprinkles. And let's see, we'll put one up here. Valentine Day stuff. Get all mushy. Let's hearts aren't looking the best. You're going to make me hungry. Great cupcake. Yeah. Gotta love some of the sweets. And this guy is a simple little kawaii cupcake for Valentine's Day we can do. Simple little thing. So do I want to let's go to number one. We'll just use number one. That'll make it simple. Number one, just bringing it straight across. And we can do it this way, up and down. And this way too. Like I said, this is not anything too crazy. It's just a little bit of creativity, breaking it down a little bit. Let's bring him up. You don't even have to stay on the line perfectly on it, because this is just your guideline. You can actually adjust it a little bit more, and then that way. Nice fat round heart. And So we're going to play with these first, and then later on, after you guys can follow along with this, we'll there we go. So I got a bigger circle, that's up there for the reflective, and a smaller reflection also in the bottom portion of it. So that way when you fill them in, it makes the eye look like it's glistening. It's got that wet look to it, like our eyes usually do. So, and this is something simple, little kawaii miniature, simple stuff. So we'll just take all our construction lines back out. What I need to do, as I forgot, Crazy Quilter sent me some pictures of her Mickey and Minnie from last one. I'll post those a little bit, in just a little bit. I'll get them uploaded here, and we'll post them on for our thing. So there's a little simple kawaii cupcake. You know, you can, sky's the limit with that. Those guys are real easy to do. You know, you can literally incorporate them into anything. So let's see here. We could also do, let's see, Valentine's Day. So we did a cupcake on it. Hate to do it to you, Brian, but we're going to do some more. We'll probably do some more food. We'll have to do like couples, things that fit together, like peanut butter and jelly. What's other things? Cookies and milk. Ketchup and mustard. Do that. That one's a real simple one. So eggs and bacon. That's another one. We can. Here we go. We'll do an egg. We'll do the eggs and bacon. That should be pretty simple. A little circle for the egg yolk, and you don't have to be any crazy with it. You just make too sharp of lines. You're just going to make sort of like an egg a fried egg, like you cooked. Like that. You can do the same thing. We'll give him a little slight angle in there so you can see his eyes. Nice big circles. Make these eyes a little bit bigger, and maybe we'll give him let's give him a big open smile. So we'll do that smile, but it's almost like a triangle, but the bottom is like we'll say more like a gumdrop, an upside down gumdrop. So we'll do that for that one. Give him a happy heart. And then the bacon. Bacon's real simple. Do a rectangle. Basic shapes. And then you just find spots that you want to break them up, because the bacon isn't completely flat. So we'll do that, and then basically all you're going to do is you're going to do the curvature for the bacon. You'll go like this. We can bring one like that. This one we can wave around that way. And then we can kind of follow suit to it on the other side. And then here we can give him the eyes right here. Like that. And of course we can put little thin lines inside for the bacon. Real simple thing for bacon. Like this, I'm kind of doing it simple today, at least for some of the drawing stuff. Little quick things you can come up with. And of course we'll do the eyes. Give them nice big eyes. We'll give them the reflective piece, a little reflection down there for the other side of it. We'll put the reflection this way towards the bacon, so it actually feels like he's looking over that way, and the light source is over that way. Smile. And give him the egg yolk. So, just kind of run the arm around. We don't have to follow the lines exactly. These are sort of little guides. Like that. Probably should have brought it up a little bit more. That way it looks a little bit more like an egg. If you color them in, everybody will notice exactly what it is, with the yolk and whatnot. So let's do that over there. Like that. We'll just give the bacon one reflective piece instead of two. We'll give him a little smile. And of course we can do the same thing. Little pinch at the top, on the corners there. Run that so. And do line thickness, that way you can see just a slight end of it, because typically you wouldn't line these in, you would color them the two different colors. But being it's here, we're just inking it right now, we'll kind of leave it like that. Alright, eggs and bacon. Clean up the lines there. I could still eat eggs and bake them up, coughing a bunch. Dang bird. Yeah, I had that feeling at one point, but I've been getting better and better. It'll happen for you too, brother. You'll get better. Looks great. Thanks, man. Alright, let's see here. We want to keep it still somewhat simple, but maybe we'll get a little bit more with the not so simple, but we'll amp it up a bit. Let's well, right now, what's that? The gnomes are trending, aren't they? Yeah, that's my hope. It will, brother. I know it will. So let's do the gnomes. The gnomes are what are trending as well. There's been a lot of gnome trends. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with a triangle for a gnome hat. Give that triangle, and then we'll give that triangle. And let's see here. We need to do the guy, so the guy will have a beard. The boy gnome will have a beard. So we'll kind of do like a little beard that runs down there. Let's find the center point. And you can give him an big oval nose. Put it up close to where the hat would be at. How about a box of candy? A box of candy. Okay, we'll work on that right after the gnome. Let's see here. We'll grab probably another page. Actually, what else we could do? We can do a variety candy box, and we'll do all kawaii characters. We'll do all sorts of different ones in that, and see what we can come up with. So we'll do that, and let's give him a heart. And we'll make this simple. We'll give a little circle for a hand there. And there. And we will do a triangle for the sleeve for that one hand, another triangle there, and we'll have it come up to right on to where the beard is, about the same height. And we will put it down. Let's make the beard look like it's touching the ground, because gnomes are not exactly normal proportion. We'll give them a little foot this way, little half circles for feet, and we'll just kind of give a center point to indicate that's possibly where mouth is for the whiskers. And let's start to flesh in the gnome hat. Take that top point off here, because this is actually folded over. And we can give him a little ball on top of that if we want. And we can, let's give a slightly smaller gnome. Do a triangle this way. Put it look like she's actually, we'll do a triangle this way for the girl gnome, like she got her head leaning on him. Now obviously a girl gnome does not have a beard, but they have braids, so we'll do sort of like, almost look like dog ears is what we'll do for something simple like that, to where it looks like got her head tilted. Braids will have a slight angle tilt because it'll be like that, so still want to have some of the proportion areas to it. Do a little diamond bottom, so that way, because that's where the braid will have the little band at. And we can just give her her shoes as well. And we'll, let's see here, let's give her like a sweater, like a little collar there. Let's give her a button and a button. And we will put one here, a hand here, like she's got her arm around his, and we'll have the other hand here, so like that. And just kind of like she's got like a wrinkly vest. Oh, Daniel, thanks for liking the stream. I appreciate it. So we'll do that for like two little gnomes, like little gnome couples. So let's go to number 1. We'll do that, and then we'll grab another page and we'll work on that box of candy. Crazy quilter, that was a good idea. So got one nose. Do the other nose. And let's see here. Let's give a couple little wrinkles in this to where it looks like the hats are brushed up against each other. Let's give him a little. And we'll give this guy a little more fatness to him. And let's bring him down and around like he's actually curled over the head. And we'll give this one a little gnome hat too. And let's see here. We need to do these braids. I'm just going to, instead of penciling it, I'm just going to come off the cuff of that. And we'll just freehand it. Shouldn't be too tough. So I do it that way. And that. Let's do it this way. Bring it across. And over. There we go. Looks somewhat like a braid. Not bad. The gnomes look great. Don't forget some flowers to go with the box of candy. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a whole little piece there with these guys, and we'll do a box of candy in that. So let's go like that. That. So we'll go that way. There we go. Nice little simple braids. Hopefully they'll look alright. And what we can do is we've got to give her her collar. We'll give her a little sweater collar. Button, and another button. And we'll give her one hand, one sleeve, and we'll give this other hand right there for his, so that way they connect. And she'll have that. And we'll just kind of give a little, looks like the dress is tucked over the shoes for her. And just kind of make it look like they kind of hang down there. He's going to have his big old shoes. This up and his hand is literally just a little bump, so it shows like he's got a couple of digits on there. And do it that way, and we'll just kind of, and let's do the heart like he's holding it. Right on in. Bring that beard on down here. And give the beard. And we'll give a couple little spots. Give him one boot. Right across there. And let's keep that line going across. There we go. And put these guys back on. And clean off some of these mark lines. Nice little warm-up stuff. Alright. Quick little set of gnomes. So now we want candy, huh? So let me go ahead and I'll put this over here off to the side. Candy, a box of candy. Let's grab another page. Come on, page. There we go. Put a fresh page on here. And let's see. Pardon me. A box of candy. Like, what type of candy box do we want? Do we just want a rectangular one? Do we want a heart-shaped one? What do we want? Probably be good. Some different chocolate boxes. Want a heart one? Okay. Alright, let's see here. Let's tell you what, let's have some fun with this one. Give it a little bit of perspective on it, see if we can do that. See if we can make this work out right. This may or may not work out right. We'll see. Give a straight line for that. Let's see here if we can make a nice good sized candy box. Right this way. Try and see if we get the line out the way we want it. So that doesn't look too bad. Let's give a little drop there. See if we can map this in. Instead of doing it straight on, we'll give it a little bit of pizzazz to it. See, now what you could do is you could actually give it the same area to it, where it has a kind of an angle to it. Maybe run it up to that height. So let's see if we can. And let's see. I think they usually. I'm trying to remember how they usually do them in trays. Sometimes they have like little curves to them and stuff. Let me grab some more real quick. Oops. Dropped my pencil. Okay. So. Let's see here. Actually, we could probably do them in. I kind of have. Let's see if we can come up with. They have one that's kind of random. It looks like they have one that kind of tracks around, and then we can. Let's go from there. We'll just do. They usually have some of those long ones. We got the round ones and the little square ones. And let's see, let's do a triangle one too. And we'll do another long one. Let's actually change that up a little bit. We'll put it over here. And then we can do a square one that way. You're going to have to kind of, if you're going to follow along, you're going to probably have to kind of come up with your own little thing, because I'm just literally throwing this off the cuff, trying to see what we'd want to do. Maybe we'll do a triangle up here as well. And let's see. Rectangle, do another circle, and that sort of marshmallowy looking one we'll put on the tops. We'll do this one that doesn't look exactly look totally square around. And let's see, so we'll have that, then we have like usually like a little boundary piece. So we'll do the boundary piece like that. And then we can do, we'll do an inner one where it has, we'll do it to where it has a heart on the inner one. Be kind of a flat heart because of the angle. So this guy will bring up this way a little bit higher. We'll do a diamond one over here. See if we can make these guys work. Give it a no rhyme or reason thing. We'll do one fat one in the middle. A fat heart in the middle. Don't know. Don't get. I'm not one that's gotten really a lot of boxy chocolates in my lifetime. So we'll have another little sleep piece that goes this way and that way. And then let's give a long one on the ends. So this looks something like that. Alright, that'll be good for a start. Not bad, little quick start we'll do. And now let's block these guys out. So we'll gotta make them give a little bit of dimension to them. So this one's going to be a puffy one, so it's going to be between this divider and this divider. It's going to have a little drop down in there for divider areas, and we'll make it look like you can see in there. And let's see. We will give, let's put a little line this way, because what we'll do is we'll give this guy, make them like little kawaii guys, so they'll have the little happy eyes. They'll look all so excited. And let's see here, we'll go from there. Let's drop these lines down to make a cube. And let's follow this guy here also. We'll sketch this in. Like I said, it's going to be pretty dirty looking at first. And I'm doing it a little bit darker, so. And if this does not look quite right, it's just because I'm trying to make it dark enough for you guys. So hopefully it'll come out nice. So we'll do it that way. This is another divider. So we'll have that divider. We've got this divider for the outer, inner, and then this main centerpiece one for the box of canned chocolates. And of course, like I said, we'll got to give them that little lip that runs around the outside of it also. That's what we'll do. Alright. So we got that one. We'll have this guy. We'll give this guy's face kind of at an angle. And we'll give him closed eyes. And then we'll have this one. Will be like a marshmallow one. So he'll look all rounded out. So. Give this one a little diamond look. Actually looks more rectangular to me, sorry. Matching that in there. And give him this way, a little smile. And what do we got? I got a couple messages. We might be overdoing this box of candy. Maybe we'll go for a smaller one. Maybe we'll work on this one a little bit later just because of time frame. Let's do that. Let's actually grab another page and we'll just work on it on this guy, because this guy's going to take too long for us to be able to get a couple more pictures out. So grab another page. We'll put this one aside. And let's make a more simple one. Getting a little bit too complicated on that one. We'll do a simple one for you. So let's do line. We'll do the heart. Make it close instead of open. I think that's what's probably make it too busy, too crazy. That for the lines, and we will give this guy, we'll do little stick figure legs and stuff for the base. Give him little wedges for the feet, and we will put the eyes. We'll put the hands about this height. Give him a slight arch to him, like it's holding his hands out for you. Little triangles there at the end. That way you have 1, 2, 3, and then a little thumb. Do the same thing there. 1, 2, 3, and a little thumb. And then we can decorate the heart, the candy box out. That might work out a little bit better. What do you guys think? And let's give him bigger eyes. I think this lead's about done. Stick a fork and it's done. Where's my other lead? Well, I know I put some other lead in there. Let me see where it went. There we go. Reload. Alright. So we're going to have the tall ovals. You want to kind of do the same if you're doing it for a center. You want it to kind of match the same height and distance apart for each side. That looks good. And let's see here. We'll give him happy smile. Upside down gumdrop. Give him little cheek smiles in there. And let's see here. I'm trying to remember what some of these. Sometimes they have a little gold ribbon, a little ribbon that runs across it. Throw a ribbon up there. Right now it looks like you have like a band-aid on it, but we'll do that. And we'll give him a little. Now he looks sort of like a ninja. Little circle. Give him a little gift bow on the side. And we'll decorate it out. Looks great. Thank you. So this one we can. It could be a girl one too. But let's. We can give them eyebrows too. Give them little eyebrows if you want. Won't see on the other side because of the ribbon. And let's see here. We can probably give it a little decorative edge on it too, like the little scallop edge. Follow that line on out. Try to remember what it looks like. marker here. Clean them in real quick. Then we'll get back to, we'll do some other duties. No, that's not what I want. I want that. So, little circle, give him a little eyebrow. Around. Give him a little tongue in there. That way it just doesn't look like a strange empty void. Let's make a bow. Give those guys a little curl out for the ribbon. That way. Package the piece out. Nice little quick sketch. Doesn't have to be too fancy. Doesn't have to have an incredible amount of detail. Sometimes you want to do something so big and so great that you get ahead of yourself. And that's sort of what I did with the other candy box. I was like, oh yeah, this will be awesome. Not thinking, oh yeah, I need to do it within like, 30 minutes, 45 minutes max. That guy was going to take those guys were going to take the whole live stream, take 2 hours. So we'll put him on the side and bench him and play with him later. Maybe we'll do that for a larger spread. Come back to it. Some pieces you have to come back to. So give him a little happy hands. Like he wants a big hug. That way. As you can see, it's not like the hands and stuff, it's just giving a bit general shape. Just like the legs, general shape. Nice little simple. Just a nice little simple feel. Just close them in that way. Little simple day today. Not trying to do crazy gesture drawing or anything like that yet. Alright, we could probably do like, let's see. We'd probably would be neat is if we used the color and stuff. We could put like candy on the side there and stuff. That's good. The bold one. Let's fill in them eyes. So we're used to drawing or rendering and inking with the cap on, that when I don't have it on it, the marker feels unbalanced to me. A little strange, but it might not be just me. Other people might feel the same way. There we are. And let's see. Alright, got a quick little candy jar. Or box of chocolate. Little box of chocolate. Alright. Let's well actually let's do what time we got. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do another one. How about let's do one that you can mirror and it would look pretty good. Nice little simple mirror. And you can look at some stuff, maybe get an idea for. Okay. Let's try. Let's actually go to a new page. I know we're burning through paper, but don't worry. I got plenty of it. Plenty of paper. Alright. do some nice basic shapes here. Here we go. Let's, if you got a ruler, use a ruler. If not, it doesn't have to be exact. It's just we're going to do a little divide down there because we're going to do a mirror image this time. So what we'll do is we'll take and we'll put a big circle here, about the same distance almost. We'll come over there and we'll do a big circle over there. Keep it close to it. Alright, looks like a set of eyes staring at you. Doesn't look like much right now, but don't worry, we're going to make it in the sun. So from here we'll curl it up, same way across, find out closer. Somewhere, it doesn't have to be exact, it could be similar, but just kind of close. We'll just curl that up too. Alright. I know you guys have no idea what we're working on right now, but that's okay. So, what we're going to do now is we'll bring it down a little bit, and we'll probably just draw a line straight across. How I did that line without it being too curved is my pencil is blaned back and I'm actually using my whole arm. Yum yum, catching a bit, going to go clean. Go get clean. Okay, Brian, we'll see you after your shower, brother. So that's all I'm doing is this to work out a line. So that'll be like a base area to it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a big old gumdrop. We're going to probably find the center point of the circles. Center point of the circle. So we got the center point. So we'll probably go from there down and attach them across. Still doesn't look like much, I know. But trust me, it will. From here, we're going to do a big gumdrop. You know, just like that. Half circle, or gumdrop, like I said. So we'll do that, and we'll do the same thing there. So just forward of the of that center line, we'll do a big gumdrop too, over on this side. Guys, keeping up, staying along. All right. Like I said, you guys don't know what this looks like is going to be yet, but if you follow along, it'll come out okay. It's a cute little kawaii thing. I'm going to put two little lines up there. Looks like little upset eyebrows, you know, up at the top. All right. Going to go from there. We'll probably go about to here, and we're going to do a line not completely horizontal. It's going to have a slight angle and it'll follow sort of like an angle down. We'll do the same thing across over here. Like I said, we're doing a mirror. We're doing a mirror image one for Valentine's Day. So don't know what, it's going to be sort of like a little surprise thing as you keep going along with it. Now, what we'll do is we will go from this point. We're going to make a rectangle. So straight down. And we'll do a rectangle down too on the other side. And then we're going to do another one, and it's going to go like this from that point to that point. Okay. So, any guess yet what this could be? And let's see here. We are going to go from here, and we're going to take this point up here, swoop it down past that, and we're going to kind of bring it up. So here we're going to do this one, we're going to bring it up there. Give it a little curve. So about the same spot, we'll bring this down. Curve it up. Sort of like making little noodles. And across here, this same area and stuff is where we'll do a little circle here and a little circle there. You guys figuring it out yet? You still need some more hints. Okay. Down here where we have this, we're going to go and we're going to we'll take from here, bottom of the circle, we're going to make a curve that's going to almost touch that center one. So we'll do a curve like that. We'll go over here as well the same way. From that point, we're going to do a curve this way. So, trust me, you guys are going to like this. You guys will like it. And of course, we'll curve this up. And a little bit like that. Kind of match that, but a little bit bigger. It'll have the curve will be a little bit higher up. And then we'll mirror it. And we'll do the same thing over here. and it goes almost, it's midway top of this other rectangle we got. Okay? So, if you guys figure out what it is, go ahead and say it. We'll see if you're right. Okie dokie. So we got that. Now we want to match. We're going to bring this like so. Kind of darken that in. Give it a little point at the back here, a little tip at the back. So it kind of goes up, a little bit of sharp curve area, and down in a swoop. So we'll do it this way, up as well. And then we'll bring this back. About where this rectangle comes down, bring a little slide up, and you want to give like a little like a kind of a grin for a lower part. Same thing over here. We'll do the same thing there. We'll give a little grin that way. Looks like you're making a little grin on the bottom. And of course we'll drop that down as well. Is it starting to come into focus? Are we starting to get an idea? Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll take and we'll go a little gumdrop, another little gumdrop, another little gumdrop. So we'll do 3 in a row. Little gumdrop here, little gumdrop there, little gumdrop there. And back here we'll do 2 gumdrops, one there. Over here, gumdrop here, and a gumdrop there. So, 2 little gumdrops. Give you a little close up so you can get an idea. See if it'll. Perfect. Alright. There we go. So, from there, we are going to go where this guy comes down. We are going to give just about like maybe a half a millimeter or a millimeter. We're going to come up just from that edge area, and we're going to give a little curve up, and then we're going to bring it straight back. Okay, 2 elephants. Yep, you got it. Good job. Like I said, you're going to like this. This one's going to be cute. Figure we might as well make a little surprise thing. So we're going to do it this way, and of course we'll do the gumdrop there. And then we're going to do the same thing back here. We're going to bring it up, not straight from the bottom there. We're going to come up just a tiny bit, a little bit up, and then we're going to do the same thing. And as you can tell, being we figured out it's elephants, these are going to be their feet. So you're going to do the same little smile thing on the bottom here, like this. Okay? And here we'll bring this up a little bit to show the other foot in the back. And of course we can give the little tails. Give a little tail. Alright, now I know you're trying to understand the whole rectangle thing up here. This guy is because he's just the basic shape to it. What we're actually going to do is where the ear is, comes back up here and stuff. We're actually going to take it and we're going to curve it to that piece and then do a little curve there. Okay, see how we're using that box as a kind of a guideline for it? We're going to bring that up as a curve. So it's going to be nice and soft curved all the way around up to this little point. Then you're going to take that, a little point there, bring it out. We're going to bring that up. And we're going to curve it in. So that way, it makes an elephant ear. Okay, so we're going to do it on the other side here. So we're going to come to this point here. We're going to bring this down, touch that, round it out, like so. So it comes down, rounds out, and up. Do the same thing here. Bring this out, and round, and up. Also that way. That way you get your little elephant here. So now we're going to go like this. Give a little eyebrow. Little eyebrow here. And then so you can see one's a girl. We'll do the classic Mickey Minnie thing. 3 little eyelashes. Simple thing. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and clean up this area, the bottom of the chin. So it's going to have a little flat spot, tiny little flat spot, and it's going to curve back up. The nose is also going to be for the mouth, so it's going to mimic that up there. It's not going to be flat, not like what we did before. It's going to have a slight curve to it. And of course, to show the curls, we'll give 3 little wrinkles. This way. Okay. Same thing here, bring this down and then up. So he's got his little smile, bring it down and up. Let's give him his top of his head, and of course the 3 little wrinkles as well. Bring this down and a little flat spot for his chin. See, I like that. So, and of course up here we'll do a heart. Pardon me for cracking my knuckles. I do that every now and then. It's probably not a good habit, but... Alright. Go ahead and we'll ink these in, and what we're going to do is to give it a little bit extra to it, we're going to color these. We'll probably grab the watercolor markers and we'll do a quick little coloring with them. Just to render them out. And of course we'll do the little nose. And bring this down. If you don't have ink pens, you can easily lighten up your pencil lines, and you can go back over your pencil lines a little bit cleaner and a little bit more, where you're choking up a little bit more on your pencil, and do clean pencil lines on it. So, and I'm going to watercolor this. I'm going to get rid of all the pencil marks, so that way it comes out looking nice and clean. Side note, I almost got my 3D printer working. I had to get a new extruder for that. It wasn't quite the right one for that 3D printer. But hey, it happens. Should have it for this weekend. I'll have a printer too. Who knows? Maybe I'll print me up a stand as well for some of the other stuff here. Alright, so we've got the girl elephant. Now time to do the boy elephant. Him in, and we'll run him up, give him his little belly. Okay. Run up to there. Those gumdrops. There we go. And let's burn this on around. Simple. Very simple and clean. Curl, curl, curl there. That one was probably a little long, but it's okay. Alright, we got them inked up. So what we'll do is we'll start from left to right and get rid of some of those eraser mark areas. Or the construction lines, and get rid of these pencil marks. So that way, as you erase them away, you will start to see a cute little simple cartoon character of 2 elephants gently blowing this little, we'll make it a heart balloon up in the air. Let's see here. Oops, almost missed a couple of toes. A couple of gumdrops. There we go. There we go. Getting rid of all them eraser marks. That way the elephants look nice and clean. Got a couple of date marks in there. Alright. Hope you guys that were following along. Hope your elephants came out looking nice too. Especially if you didn't know what you were drawing this time. And let's see here. Let me grab my watercolor reference guide. Let's go for BL4. That's 3. Let's try one more. That's 4. Let's go ahead and we will put that aside. If I want a pink, what would be a good pink? Maybe the PK3. That's 5. That's too pink. We want PK3. Alright. Now the fun part with this is we're going to put that one back. Give him the little rosy cheek. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and render this little elephant in here. Kind of angling the brush, the fat tip a little bit more, so that way I get more coverage down on it. Streaking on him, but that's okay. Kind of going for that little bit of a watercolor, softer look to it anyway. Just let me save you. Just let me save you. Just let me save you. Let's see if we can add a little bit. Once we get done with this one, we'll go and move on to that New Year's anime piece that I was working on. That way you guys can relax after this one. You know, the ones who are following along. Just kind of get this one jammed out here. And you can color them with whatever you want on it. It's because it's your art piece, you get to have fun with it. If you got color stuff, if you don't, no big deal. You can always shade them in with your pencil if you want to. So, whoops, we don't want to do that one. That one's going to be pink. Let me clean up some of the lines around we got a nice little in between the toes. Yeah, not bad. Get right around that eye too. Alright. So we don't need him no more. What we can do is we can go to my black brush pen. We'll see if we can ink these eyes in. So do we want to give them a little reflective piece, or do we just want it to be completely black? I think we might go completely black. Yeah, completely black looks better. For this one, we don't need all that reflection. We'll do completely black. Alright. So, this one we probably want to do... Let's try... let's do PK3. Do we want to do PK3 or 2? Trying to look at a color because it'd be neat to match it up to her. Let's do PK3 and we'll match it up. That shouldn't be too bad. That's 4. We need 3. Let's do 4 actually. 4 is just a slight tint lower. It's not as bright. We'll do that for the girl. See a couple of pencils marked still on there, so I'll just clean that off a little bit more. It's from drawing a little bit too heavy, just so the camera will pick it up. I'm back. See elephants in love. Yep, that's correct. I think I might try and do that next time. Maybe do a little bit more of the. Maybe I'll do a drawing challenge like that, where I just tell you guys what lines to draw and whatnot, and see what you guys come up with. What ends up being. Because when you start out with this, you're just trying to guess what it is. It's sort of like, what? Here I am drawing a pink elephant. For those people who watch those old Looney Tunes cartoons, yes, you're not in a loony bin. It is a pink elephant. Pink elephants and when pigs fly. Pink's actually blended in much nicer than the blue. The blue actually didn't turn out too bad. Not quite as happy with it. It's alright. Change the tip angle on it so I can get in there a little cleaner. Hit this area before it gets dried out. See if we can get her cleaned in pretty good there. And we'll have our little pink elephant. Little pink elephants. I don't know, I like elephants. I think they're pretty cool. Of course, I just like animals altogether. And let's see if we can. There we go. Kind of neat how you see how it's wet. It's a little bit brighter, but as it starts to cure and starts to dry and stuff and come down, it starts to. They look great. Thank you, Brian. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the monitor immediately. Okay, so we got them. They're drying up. What I need to do is let's give her so she has her little cheekbones. Maybe let's do a RD2 or red coral because she's going to be right about. There we are. So that'll be hers. And what we need to do is probably go. Let's do PK5 for the back legs. That way they, because they're like in the shadow area, so that way it shows a nice contrast of forward and back. Doesn't look bad. And let's see, I did BL4. Let's do BL7 for him, for his. BL7. Indigo. There we go. For his back legs. And we just need the heart. The heart we'll do RD4. RD4, crimson red. There we go. That was our special little hidden thing, little simple heart, little Valentine's, girl elephant with a heart. So, we got that done. It is actually 8:20. Jeez, we really went wrong on that one, but that's okay. Move this guy over, and we'll move on over to here for the relaxing part, where you guys can just relax and watch me draw. You can work on whatever art piece you're doing while I'm working on this guy. Start inking these guys in some more. So, if you come up with some more ideas, maybe we'll do it for Tuesdays, and I'll put it on my little scratch pad, everything, my cover page piece. So, but that was a good idea doing Valentine's Day stuff coming up, and maybe we'll add on the winter thing. Maybe we'll do some winter stuff for next feed as well. And let's see. Get these guys inked in, and we'll just keep working on the background of this, because this guy's going to get colored too, and I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do colored pencil, if I'm going to do the rendering with the watercolor brushes, or if I'm going to scan it, and maybe we'll move over to my standing desk that's behind me there, and we'll maybe digitally paint it, do some digital painting. That might be cool. I haven't done some digital painting for a little bit, so it'll be good to get back into it. Get some good practice back in, and a nice piece like this should be just fine. There we go. So. Yourselves, nice and relaxed, having a good time. That's the main goal, is to be happy, have a nice little get away from all the hustle and bustle of daily life. Just have a little bit of relax, recharge, and unwind time. Whether you're drawing with me or you're just watching me draw, listening to nice music. Or like one time we had a gentleman here who was doing some coding for an app he was working on. He just wanted to have some nice background stuff happening, so worked out beautifully for that. There we go. Welcome all kinds. Everybody come in and have some fun. Be relaxed. Enjoy the good vibes. A second at the see if anybody chatted anything or not. Nope. Okay. I'm usually pretty good, but I have a tendency when I draw that I sometimes will forget. Keep an eye out, see if somebody messaged me on something. Okay, so we're getting, those guys are coming in. Is the camera coming in nice and sharp? Because it's hard for me still to see on this. I haven't got I'm waiting on my second monitor for my dual monitors. So if it's coming in okay, like for all the imaging stuff, to where you're seeing nice clean lines and stuff on it, and you're seeing the pencil and the ink, that'd be good, because that means I have it just right. I might actually have to dim out the contrast a little bit, trying to look at this little screen over here. So, but let's I can see it great. Excellent. Yeah, I noticed that when they had a software update on the last feed, I went and reviewed it, and I noticed that it looked a little bit too pixelated. And I was like, man, that doesn't look right. Well, come to find out, when it updated and stuff at 480p, and I was like, well, it's got to be at least 720 so you guys can see it nicely. So that's what causes a little bit of that ghosting and pixelation to it. There we go. Alright. So let's work a little bit on this festival piece here. Get this one banner done up. yeah, I think this Friday my other monitor should be in, so I'll be getting rid of this one monitor and I'll go to a dual one. That'll allow me to see this stuff a little bit better and catch everything. I can faintly see the pencil. Well, yeah, some of this stuff this isn't really like a lesson one where I'm doing like a lecture for it, like I was just doing for showing you how to draw some of the little quick things. This one I am actually sketching a little bit lighter on the pencil and stuff, as you can see. There we go. And it might also be my light that I have there. I'll adjust the contrast and everything on the camera a little bit more and play with it some more. I'm trying to turn off all the auto features so that way I have a little more control over it. See if I can put some of this writing in, because this place is going to sell crepes. And if you understand Japanese or hiragana and katakana, that's what this spell says. Up there it'll say crepes. Alright, let's see. Let's run this across. Got the bar for that banner. And the nice thing is we're going to be putting fireworks up here in the sky in the background as well. So it's going to be, this piece should come up pretty nice. It's going to be one of those that will probably have about, I think when it's all said and done, we'll have about 20-30 hours into it. So let's do it this way. And some of this stuff is just little tiny ball, like some of the little balls and stuff. That's so much detail that's, I see it and I look at it for that a lot of people won't notice, but it's just those little tiny details that I notice and I enjoy. I enjoy adding in there. But you can, as you saw from like the previous pieces, each bit of artwork doesn't have to be so detailed and technical looking. They can still convey the same thing, like our little elephants we did. The little elephants, and of course, I'm almost done, Brian. I think I'm going to do, with your Chip and Dale one, I think I'm going to do maybe a couple little grass blades and maybe just do like a little background stuff that kind of give it just a little bit to that. And then that piece, this piece will be yours. So, didn't come out too bad. Maybe we'll add some more Tiny Toons to our Tiny Toon piece as well that we have. We'll do a couple more characters on our Tiny Toon adventure, guys. And maybe we'll fill up this a lot more. We'll put some of the other characters in the forward and the background of that and get it filled up. Then we'll color it all, and we'll do that one too. We'll have nothing but fun. Lots of fun. Sounds like a great plan. Thanks. No problem, brother. Okay, so let me, before I get too far, because I don't want the pencil to be smudging and rubbing, so I'm going to start cleaning up some of these construction lines that I have here lightly put in, so that way I can, when I did these lanterns and stuff for them to look like this, I actually used a rule for when I did it, where you box it in, you basically will do the, like, let's see if I can put this up to where you can see, maybe, nope, too much light. It's oh well. I got lost doing the directions for the elephants, but fun trying. Oh, okay. I'll try. If I get it went a little quickly, you can tell. Just say something to me, and I'll slow down or I'll go over again. But let me let's see here. Where my elephants at? Where's my elephants at? So I can maybe I'll put them over here in the corner so that way you can see if I can set them over there. Sharpen pencil box a little bit. That way you can kind of get a look at it. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. We'll see. But yeah. Oh well, I'll post it up there. That way you can, if you want to finish it off, you'll be able to see what it looks like, so you can finish off your little piece. So. Should be starting up my Patreon soon, to where I can do more one-on-one instruction for things if there's stuff you want to learn how to draw, to where you can subscribe there. And depending on, they got a couple of different like account features and stuff, depending on which type of subscription base you do, and you'll have access to some of the other files and stuff, and like the artwork that I do on here and stuff. I'll post it on there to where you guys can have that as well, to be able to see some of the digital pieces and processes, and you can use that also for your own little assistance to it. There we go. These guys are coming out pretty nice. But no, like I said, with the lantern, what I was doing with it is I would make a center line, and I would basically box it out that way. So if the lantern's tilted this way or that way, following a different curve or a different little piece to it because of gravity, or if you were wanting to make it to where like look like they're blowing in the wind, to where they actually had different little angles and pieces to them. That's a simple way to do it if you're not using a computer. Computer, it's a little bit simpler. You can actually make one, then lasso it, copy paste, and put them all through, and then change their size, transform it up a little bit. A little bit quicker process, but I like both ways. Both ways look really nice. So one way has it. You can get it to where it kind of has an organic feel by using it on the digital, but it's not as. You gotta go through some more steps. You want it to be more organic, you might as well just paint and draw it like this, ink it. Okay, so we got that. Let's do a point. Let me slide this guy back up so I can get to all my ink pens. Let's go to point 2. So that way we can do some of these finer details. Let's see. Alright, let's work these guys in. Okay, I will next time. Yeah, just let me know if I'm starting to go a little quick, or if you have a question on that, by all means. I'll go over, especially when we're doing the little learning portion of it. This is the little relaxation portion where you can ask questions if you want, and just kind of see my process of how I'm laying everything out. Here for this festival. Give this guy a little wrap. Got the little hanging cord for that. Rest of the wooden dowel piece there. And the wooden dowel up here. Tell you what, every now and then I get into a video game kick, and I recently did the Star Wars game. It's been out for a couple of years now, and it's called Jedi Fallen Order, I think is what it's called. And the story on it is really neat. It sort of like plays out like a story, even though you do have control and stuff like that, and you do have a big interactivity to it. But it plays out like a nice storyline, almost like you're playing a movie. It's pretty cool. It's amazing how far they've come with games and stuff. You know, from simple little Atari. It's kind of neat seeing. I mean, I got to see the age of it, how everything's been adjusting and stuff, and now they got like VR, which is actually pretty cool as well. So, got to give that a shot. That should be pretty neat. I mean, aside from like the little cell phone games that you play, like quite literally, I got one going on in front of me right now while I'm drawing. It's kind of doing its little auto harvesting stuff. I just gotta periodically push the button for it. Alright. Now you might not be able to see on these little signs that I'm making, but that's more Japanese writing. That's like a specially made. That's what this one's going to say. It's a little tough because my writing for Japanese writing is a little rough, and here I am trying to put it in on a perspective to where it's not looking straight at it, but it's actually kind of at an angle. So if it doesn't look quite right, I apologize, but we're trying to make it work. But it's one of those little small details in the picture that you won't really see, or a lot of people probably wouldn't notice. It just kind of blends into the background. It kind of makes it feel more realistic to it. So let's see here. We have, let's move around a little bit and get to the bottom half here where they kind of have one of the little concession stand looking areas here. Display glass. Display areas in there for some of the drinks. Kind of give it a little bit more of a realistic piece. Further back behind there, I kind of did one of those festival maskings where it's got a couple of the characters in it. When that comes in there, it'll provide a little bit. It's got a little bit of business to it, but it's all close together and tight, and not so much of it. It kind of blends off behind Gojo. Let's see here. Get some of that wood framework put in. It's always easy doing the little spots. Got to keep your confidence up when you do the big spots, so that way. That was close. I could feel it starting to drift a little bit. So let me see if I can. Gotta keep and look ahead of it as you're doing that line. Doing those lines with the ink. If you go slow, it starts to wiggle a little bit, but it's also on the very edge, and I haven't gotten myself that much recovered yet to where I can do those lines that quick and straight. I can still feel it with my nerves and whatnot. So, but it's going to be wood also, so it's not going to be exactly perfect. Also, because it's going to be like those festival building setups, little pieces on it, so it's not going to always be perfect. And that's part of the organic feel to it. I mean, I guess I could grab my ruler and I could do a quick line on it as well, but that one, when you do that, if you've done all these like this, and then you go and you do one of those type of lines, what'll happen is that line will stick out so much because it will look so technical and so like not asymmetrical or man-made, or handmade, not man-made, but handmade, that it'll stand out from the rest. So, go up here, put a little serving counter. Follow my Facebook and Instagram. I'll be back out at the airport tomorrow working on an amp meter for that Cessna 195. I just did the G5 install, which came out nice. So, unfortunately, his GPS unit that he had it hooked up to, his display was dying literally as we were doing calibrations on it, so we had to send that out to get repaired. But that'll be back in about a week. Then you'll be good to go, and we'll have the shunt issue fixed with his amp meter. It's having a little bit of not reading the power output correctly on it. So pieces. Looking nice. Feeling satisfied with this one. There we go. And when I'm doing this, you'll see a slight bit, you might see a slight bit of movement, but I try to keep it to where it's more my whole arm, like from my shoulder and everything down, is going to be actually moving on it. So, alright. Let's get the base set up. That way we can, let's see if we can do this guy. Like I said, you're not following your pen. You're kind of you're following the tip of where you're going to end it at. So that way it kind of follows a tighter piece that way. Because if you just follow the tip instead of watching ahead of it, you're going to just see how the tip is and it'll stop and go. It's a strange thing. When I first started trying it and stuff, I was like, this is so weird. When one of my instructors gave me some advice on, hey, try it this way, and I was like, nah, that can't work, that can't be right. And lo and behold, after doing it a couple times, I was like, well, I'll be darned. So just try it. Trust me, it works. Feels a little weird at first, but it works. So this guy should be dry. We'll clean up some of these eraser marks, so that way I'm not smudging and smearing them. I would usually have my cover page over here, but I want you guys to see the work as I'm doing it all, so I don't want you to not see that portion of it while I'm working on the rest of it. So what should we work on for next week? Do we want to do some of the coloring stuff, or do we want to do some more of the cartoon characters for Tuesday? So, yeah. Do we want to try maybe like some Hanna-Barbera characters? Do we want to do some more Disney characters? Maybe do some... I mean, we can do anime characters as well, if there's a certain anime or something like that you like, or a cartoon, or, you know, we could do the Jetsons for some of the people who like watching some of the classic stuff. So, whatever you want to do is fine with me. Alright. Maybe we'll do a, won't be Tuesday, but we'll do a day where we draw your pet. That's what we'll do one. We'll do a draw your pet day. So, and I'll get a couple reference pictures of either my doggo Lily or my daughter's little robo hamster, but he's kind of simple. He's like a little puffball fur with some eyes and an ear. So we'll probably do Lily. Here's what we'll do. We'll do my doggo Lily, and we'll work on drawing your own pet. For those of you who have pets. If not, you can always go look for some reference pictures, some animals you see on the internet. Yeah. So we'll do that for one of our live streams, and that way you guys can try it out. So we'll look at it. We'll do it for the month of February. We'll do it for next month is what we'll look at doing that for. Matter of fact, let me write myself a note so I don't forget. That way we can do that. So February. Draw your pet. That way, give you guys who want to try it out a little chance to go by, grab yourself the Jetsons. Okay, we'll do some work on. Let's see, Tuesdays we'll do the Jetsons. Yeah, we'll do some Jetson pieces. Let's see, Jetsons was Hanna-Barbera, wasn't it? Did they do, or was that? Were they Hanna-Barbera as well? They weren't Funimation, were they? They were Hanna-Barbera, I think. Jetsons. Cartoon character. Cartoons. So. But yeah, we can hit the Jetsons. His boy Elroy. His daughter Judy. Let's see, how does it go? Let's see. His boy Elroy, his daughter Judy, Jane, his wife. And then there's George. Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll do look at February. That way you can get a chance to grab yourself. I mean, these literally you don't have to spend a lot of money. I mean, you can go and grab yourself a little Pentel, a pack of the mechanical pencils, those little cheapo plastic guys, and you can do the same thing that I'm doing with mine. And just even some printer paper. You got some cheapy printer paper? Just grab that, put it down, and we'll have some fun with it. You don't have to have anything crazy. You don't have to have all the different styles unless you want to do certain things with it. But if you're just drawing and practicing with, by all means, just do that. Makes it all right. So I just missed this one little tiny lantern in the back here I gotta do. Because this will be the back area, the end of the festival. There we go. Because the center point is actually here. So the edge, the back of the aisle area is actually probably about that area. So it actually has a good foreshortening to it. Sorry if I hit the mic. Nose was itching. One of my birthday presents was also a new shaver. My other shaver was like 15, 16 years old, so I always had like a little bit of scruff because I couldn't really use it much anymore, so I was using my beard trimmer. So I got like a fresh clean shave. So it's kind of interesting that it's been a little while since I've had that. Alright, let's work on the festival mask booth. There we go. Let's see. I swapped over from a 0.2 to a 0.3 for some of this because you can get a little bit smoother of a drag for the line. So Tuesday we'll look at doing some Jetsons cartoon characters. Let's see, there is Astro, which is the dog. What was the name of the little alien they had? He was like white and purple. Orbity. Boy. And there was Mr. Cogswell and especially Sprockets. Yeah, Cogswell Cogs. Let's see, some of these are red. Put this little. Get these masks done up. Do a couple like that so it looks like they're actually stacked behind each other. Nice little simple effect. Look like they're lined up on the wall, hung up on the wall there. Oops. That doesn't look too bad. 8:49. Wow, we're getting close to the end. So do this mask. Do a little fox mask. Little tiny details for a fox mask on the back piece there. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll kind of give it a little line area. It looks like it's got a couple of those masks stacked up in inventory. And down here they usually have like the bags that you can put for them. So we'll have like little gift bags in here. Give little handles. Another bag set behind there. Another little handle. There you go. Looks like they had a little server issue or had a quick disconnect. So we'll probably have a slight lag. I just got a little notification that the stream had a quick disconnect and it reconnected back on. So must have had a refresh. There we go. Alright. Is everybody back to where they can see and hear me okay? I saw it had a little warning light pop up saying I had a quick disconnect and it reconnected. So just somebody shoot me a quick text, say that you guys are seeing me now live and it's back again. So if it is, we'll be good to go. Because I'm going to say my little closing remarks. Let's see here. Might have to change up the music a little bit, get a little bit of a different piece to it. Well, guys, girls, let's see what we got. Let me pull out what we were played with. We did Pink elephant. We've got our little candy guy. What else we got? Got those guys. Screen froze, had to refresh. Now I can't hear you. Oh, hey, give it a second. 1 second. Let me see if I can type in there. Server had a refresh. Been reconnected. See if it'll allow me to send that message. No, it wants me to log in. Oh well. Can I close this? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this back up and running. There we go. Love all your great Jones. Hope you have a great night. Can you hear me now, Brian? Let me flick this on. Can you hear me now? It sometimes takes a minute for it to catch back up. So what basically happened is the server that this is hosted on, still no sound? Oh, great. Okay. So basically, well, we'll do it this way. Server had a refresh. See, server had a refresh. So, anyhow, let me go to here. Let me chat with you guys this way. 1 second. Go to Twitch. There it is. Go live. And let's go to Stream Manager. Let's chat. Server had a refresh and had to reconnect. There we go. So I should, since that should now go through there. Yeah, server had a refresh, had to reconnect. So we'll do it this way. Hey, had a great night. Everyone. See you all on Tuesday. Let me know if this does come back on. See you all on Tuesday. Have a good week. Have a great weekend. Great weekend. God bless. And let's create something together. No sound still. Yep. So I'm sending you text messages right there. That one. That text message right there. So, you guys take care. Good night.